Good morning. It is Sunday. It's raining. We had a hell of a storm last night. Let me back this up a little. Sorry. That's not gonna help. I got a little canopy thing over my front door. I hate it, but right now it's handy. Alright, let's start with this. Shop. Kind of what's going on. Good, bad, otherwise. My poor fucking yard that's been growing wild for 3 weeks. I haven't had the opportunity to mow it. I've been at the shop grinding. This is the second day off, I think, this month. I think we had some time off at the beginning of July too, but the last 2 full weeks we've been beating at it every day, except for that first Sunday we got that 60-60 in. We got Friday and Saturday, and then this Sunday we got off. Last week we worked all week through. It'll be ready to go Wednesday-ish. We got the ticket done at this point. We got to polish and assemble it, and the original build ticket's done. Then comes in the extras. I'm taking photos as we go along. I'm not doing any footage of this one. It's rough as a night in jail. She is. She needed stripped down, redone. We didn't have budget or time for it. There you go. We already did more. We're over on hours. It is what it is. My guys are coming along well. We had a new one start Friday. He worked yesterday and Friday. He seems like a driven young man. I'm happy to see that. We got one that's slacking a little bit. I don't know what I gotta do. He's a youngin'. He's only 18, fresh out of school. In fact, he I don't know. He's a good kid though. He's honest, at least. I got honest kids there, it seems. Joe got keys to the shop this week. We got to get a gate key made because I got like 5 different gate keys made at a place and none of them fucking worked. So he's got my gate key right now because he wanted to pull the engine out of his project car, his personal project car. He cleans shit up. He takes care of stuff. You can hear the kids in there playing, amusing the baby. But we're getting into the shop, projects we're doing, projects upcoming, and projects going out. Projects going out. We got projects that are leaving. I'm very proud of that factor and that fact. If 3 months ago you told me we're going to bring a truck in, give it a scrub, and do everything we're doing to this thing and get it out inside of 3 weeks, I would have told you you're a fucking idiot, you're high, go away. And now we're going to do it. These kids are... The crew, the team's coming along. I'll give you a peek at my baser political ideals. And I got a shout out for some help. I'm trying to source some parts. Kenny, the Street Rodders, helped me try to source out some parts, and they seem hard to find. So there may be a Ford guy out there that can help. So first of all, project 66C10. It came in 3 Fridays ago, basically. And it'll leave this week. Wednesday it's getting wired. The electrician's going to come over and wire it up. The Monty leaves in the next week. I got one piece of glass to source. I need the rear passenger side quarter glass. I broke it during the build on accident, so I got to replace that. And then we can assemble it, polish it, rub it down, make it pretty. We got some wet sand on the front fenders and hood to do. But that's it. Polish, put that one piece of glass in. We got Joe and I are going to pull the fenders off, one fender off, adjust the doors, get both fenders on and bolted up. We'll adjust those lines and get those out. get it ready to go out. Then we can assemble the front end. We've got to do the final detail and polish. And then of course there's always touch-ups to do. I hate touch-ups, but is life. What else I got for you? I got that 68 Chevelle. I'm just waiting on parts on the 68 Chevelle. We're gonna start beating on it. I'm gonna sit down and schedule the 3 guys in the shop. They're each gonna get assigned one of the automobiles that have been sitting, one of our late projects. I'm gonna have a list of things to do to that project. A lot of it's tear down and clean up, because that's, well, most of our job. Tear down, clean up, and assembly is 90% of this gig. And so when they've got moments they don't have anything useful they can do that. We got Christine's chassis cleaned off, the rear bumper, the steering sector, and steering column off of it. So we're going to drop the body on the chassis, and then we're going to look at getting it cleaned up and in epoxy, and then we'll start cutting it up. We'll start grinding off that epoxy and getting into the areas that need addressed. But I need to address these raw steel first. The shop will, I guess, proudly be able to accept credit cards now. I got to call the place on Monday and see where that's at. We had 3 car lot cards dropped off from one of our owners, the owner that I did the red flaky wheels for. He called me back, wanted them painted black. He sold them. Such is. Mercedes, we got it to turn over, so we're going to try to get it to start and fart this month, in August. What else? We got 66 Chevelle. You're going to see some footage of that and lots of pictures. We're going to start blowing that apart and getting it bagged and tagged so I can lift the body up a little bit. I got to weld new bungs into the floor pan, so we'll have to strip the interior. We'll probably take the interior out and give it to the owner, who can store it more safely, I think, than we can. We're running out of storage racks quickly. 51 panel, we're going to start the tear down on it so that we can get the body off the frame. And I'll probably buy an additional rotisserie for that one. We've got some suspension engine builds coming in, it looks like. We do that, we'll get us a lift, which is going to be a must. We have to have a lift at some juncture. I don't even know where I'm going to put it yet, to be honest. But we'll get a lift in there. It'll make it easier to pull bodies, at least. We can go in, pull a body, roll a chassis out, roll a rotisserie in, snatch it up, roll it out, we're done. So that's where we're at. The shout out things I need a hand with, actually, like I said, Kenny's looking for some stuff for me. I got 2 proposals to get written up. One of them's a 70 T-Bird. All the engine work, no problem. I've got that handled. But the suspension, the gentleman wants a Pro Touring type of package on this thing. Finding parts for a 1970 Thunderbird is a little difficult. It's an odd year. So I gotta dig. I haven't had a lot of luck. I've had maybe 3 good hours I could search the internet, and I don't source these parts often right now. I don't source suspension and all that very often, so my capacity there is limited at best. And that's my shout out to anybody out there that's a Ford guy that knows where I can get disc brake setups, new coil springs at a lowered height, ride height. The adjustable coilovers will be easy enough to find. I think we're going to go an adjustable coil shock on it. But I need to get that proposal written up and done. That was supposed to be out Friday, 2 days ago. My political stance is this. If it doesn't affect your means to feed yourself or your family or your everyday existence, it doesn't really matter. Go read 1984. I think it'll shed a little light. Everything that our, quote, government is doing to us is, we're more communist than the most communist countries right now, it would seem. And I don't care for the rhetoric coming off of the far left or the far right. You got commie, pinko, slime, and fascists as far as I'm concerned. And all these people are doing is trying to drive a wedge through the common man of America. I haven't seen, I'm 38 years old, and I've never seen this level of socioeconomic, cultural, racial, whatever you want to call it, divide in this country. It's ridiculous. Get off your asses. Be offended by things. Fight for things. But the simple factor is, if it doesn't, these curbs that are this fucking high to get over, racism, sexism, homophobia, it's fucking ridiculous. Just because a guy might be gay doesn't mean he's going to attack you because you have a penis. He's not a predator. He just likes other guys. But incidentally, he likes other guys who like other guys. Don't try to impress your wants and desires on someone else. Live out your wants and desires. Do what makes you happy. Let someone else do what makes them happy. When it starts stepping on your toes, get pissed and fight back, tooth and nail. And they should do the same. Should be a certain level of mutual respect and common fucking sense we just don't have anymore. We've got such a, oh fuck, I don't know. If we decided to power our nation on manure, all we'd have to do is clean out Washington, and we could power the nation for a generation on that fucking manure. This is bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. What's the next step? Fucking people taking up arms? Yeah, that's the next step. And it may have to happen to affect any real change. You don't like guns, don't buy one. You don't like gay sex, don't have gay sex. It's really that simple. And on the same result, if someone happens to be gay, they don't have any right or privilege to force upon you their assumptions and desires. The whole live and let live theory, how's that? Alright, so that's my soapbox. Sum it up, man. Shop's banging away. We're still money poor, but we're work rich. We've got it all coming in. We got some cool shit I can take video of. I've been fucking busy. We put in 9 to 12 hour days all week this week. Except for Saturday, we only put in like 5 or 6 hours Saturday. Little planes going by. So, yeah, let people do what they want as long as it doesn't step on yours. Let it go, man. Because the minute you try to impress your moral philosophies on someone else, you're pushing someone else down. Live your moral philosophies. Be your moral philosophies. Show by example. Don't show by taking away from someone else. If you concentrate and teach our children and educate our children on the reasons we love our country, our being, our peoples, our culture, our heritage, instead of pointing over there, and that motherfucker over there is wrong and evil, and you need to focus on the love, the compassion there, not the hate. Anytime you turn that paradigm around and work from the hate viewpoint, you're just tearing down your own peoples, your own culture, your own everything. You're not helping. So fucking quit it. Alright, yeah, we're plugging away. We got a bunch of car lot stuff. We got a couple small collisions. We've got a lot of restorations and hot rods, and shop looks like a hot rod shop now. I'll zoom with some video. Our buddy Richard Webster stopped by last week. I was gone. I was off getting materials and shit, and I felt kind of bad. So hopefully he'll stop by again in the next week or two. Our buddy Randy, ran into him at Good Guys. Talked to him since. He stopped by. I just happened to be gone. That was not last Saturday, but the Saturday prior. And I felt bad I missed his call. Just is part of the gig. Moving on. Randy, I hope you had an excellent vacation, or are having an excellent vacation, depending on how long it lasted. Kenny, thanks for all the hard work. I appreciate it. Hop over to Greg. Extravaganza is going on in September. And if I can keep these things moving along like we're seeing it, I might be able to take the crew down there for at least a day, which would be fucking sweet. Meet some of the Garage Gang boys. And our virtue right now is we're going to pump out as many mediocre level restorations as we can to get our work out there and seen. All the deep work won't be there, but all the shiny work everybody sees will. That's all we can go for, right? Get out on the scene and represent our shop. That's our aim right now. We got some nice deep builds. Other one is, if anybody's ever been sponsored by vendors or suppliers for Good Guys, or that, what was it, Autorama, or a big national show, I'm not at a level to take something to SEMA and get sponsorships for that. I could do it, but I'm not besmirching the customers I've got, but honestly, the customers I've got, they're working class people. They want vehicles they can drive. We're not building that level of vehicle. We don't have the money to build that level of vehicle. Most of us are six-figure cars in SEMA. We don't have anybody with that type of budget to slam down and go. So if anybody has any information, has ever dealt with sponsorships like that, let me know. That's my next aim. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll start making an ass of myself on video and make a sizzle reel and see if we can't get picked up and make a TV show so I can make an ass out of myself for everybody. If the money's right, I'll do it. What the hell? We'll build some cool cars. And it's just getting better. I'm out of here. I've wasted your time enough. You have a great day. Shop videos, they're on a as I get there basis right now. I just can't. You folks have a good one. Take care.